Hello, my name is Sean. With me today is Dogzilla, and this is Pedals4Paws.
Ready? Do it, bud.
Riding away from Cascades Trail Memorial was way harder than I had expected. It had nothing to do with the difficulty of the trail, but everything to do with closing such a significant chapter of my life. It took all of my willpower to keep from quitting the journey. After this shot, I couldn't bring myself to pick up the camera again for nearly a week. Thankfully, I still had the strength to take photos of our journey, so our adventure wasn't completely lost. Our path continued east out of Lind towards the little rail stop of Ralston. Along the way, my kickstand rattled loose and kept getting stuck in my pedals, but luckily I was able to find a piece of balloon ribbon along the side of the trail and use it to tie off the kickstand. While in Ralston, I noticed that the winds were picking up, the temperatures were dropping, and that the storm clouds in the distance didn't look like they were dropping rain. Even Zilla could tell something bad was coming. By the next morning, several inches of snow had fallen, effectively trapping us in our hotel. By the second day, the snow had melted enough that we were able to get back out on the road and continue our journey. Though the temperatures were close to freezing, I knew we had to keep going or risk me giving in to grief, losing my motivation, and abandoning our journey altogether. The temperatures continued to drop during the day, and I began to worry I'd made a mistake by carrying on. But just then, the sun broke through the clouds and warmed us up enough to get us back to safety. By the following day, a warm front had moved in, melting all of the snow, though the sudden temperature change had been ushered in by sustained winds of 25 miles an hour or more, which we'd have to battle with the entire day. The high point of the day was exactly that, a large hill climb. After descending the hill, we rejoined the gravel trail and hit the worst sections yet. In my fragile state, it was completely demoralizing. I didn't know how much longer I could handle the continued grief of Captain's loss, coupled with the physically punishing trail. The following day, I regained my motivation and started filming again. Though the temperatures had dropped again to near freezing, there was a 0% chance of precipitation in the forecast, so the day looked promising. But the air didn't feel right. It felt much colder than expected, so I let Zilla out of the trailer to help keep his body temperature up. It was going to be a big day. We were going to reach the Columbia Plateau Trail, which is one of the few landmarks along the trail in eastern Washington.
What do you think, Zilla? Is this cowgate gonna work?
Along the way, we passed a curious herd of cows who chased us along their fence line, trying to figure out what we were doing in their pasture.
want to be your friends, Zilla. They would all come out if they could. What do you think? Is it snowing on us too? Yeah. So tough to see, but right as we're approaching the Columbia Plateau Trail, it started to hail. And you can see the size, you know, pretty decent size, pea gravel. And then there's the bridge. So, kind of like we're getting some confetti to celebrate getting to the bridge. Right, Zilla? Yeah.
A few moments later, the confetti hail intensified. Considering there had been a 0% chance of precipitation in the forecast, it was quite odd. It was as if Captain knew we were about to hit a major landmark, and she had wanted to do something special to help join in the celebration. After crossing under the bridge, we stopped for a team photo to commemorate the affair. When the picture was taken, a white apparition appeared over my shoulder, as if Captain had wanted to join the photo as more than her usual pillowed self. I had felt her presence all around since the beginning of the hail, and the power of this moment was intense, and it was incredible to have her with us for one last celebration. Zilla and I continued onward, and the trail became absolutely vicious. Even though we were going downhill, there were several miles where I couldn't do anything other than push the bike. Recording became almost impossible as well, as the camera mounts couldn't stay in place. The temperatures grew colder, and the hail got worse. This was easily the low point of the entire journey. If Zilla hadn't have been there, I don't know what I would have done.
So Zilla, what do you think of this hail, huh? Is this hail annoying? Hey buddy. You a good boy? You a good sport? Yeah. I'm sorry this hail is here. At least it's not hurty. It's very light hail. Yeah. We'll be okay, bud. I promise. Daddy loves you. You're a good boy.
Then, finally, after 10 of the hardest days of my life, we were within sight of the granary at Revere. This signified the end of the worst parts of the Palouse to Cascades Trail. From here out, things should start to get a little easier.